Hello students. Today I am talking about how we can collect spiders. Many of you may be thinking how these poisonous creatures can be safely handled. But when we go to collect spiders, we never directly touch them with our hands or collect them with our hands. Today I want to introduce you to the different techniques used for collecting spiders. Usually we find spiders in webs or in leaves. There is one group of spiders called orb-web weaving spiders. They are usually found among branches, building their webs. Collecting these spiders is generally easy, but in addition, there are some spiders that are living on the ground, and collecting those spiders may not be as easy as collecting the spiders living in the web. The spiders living on the ground make burrows and live inside them. Some live among the grasses, some under leaves. Spiders are therefore found in different habitats. The methods used for collecting spiders in each habitat are therefore different. Let's have an idea about the various methods used for collecting spiders. First, I will introduce you to the visual search. In this method, we look for spiders in a field or forest. Wherever we can see spiders, we collect them by holding the bottle under the spider and tap it into the bottle using its lid. You can see the collection of spiders by this method in the video. We keep the bottle below the spider in the web and collect it. This is how we usually collect spiders, and this method is called visual search. This is not the only method in visual search. We also use some other methods. For example, for collecting spiders living in the bark, we have to use a different approach. In such cases, we use a stick to explore the litter or use a water brush to collect spiders by dipping the brush in the alcohol. These two methods cannot be used to collect spiders living in certain special habitat. I will now show you some techniques. The method you are seeing in the picture is called pitfall trap. This is basically a plastic bottle kept on the ground. We will make a pit in the soil and keep this. We will keep a layer of ethylene glycol at the bottom of the pit. This is a preservative to keep the spiders from decaying. Spiders which are running on the ground fall into this pit, especially at night. Such spiders are preserved due to the action of ethylene glycol. These methods are called pitfall method because we make use of a pit to capture the spiders. We mainly use this method for spiders living in the ground like tarantulas. Next, as you can see on the screen, is the inverted umbrella method. This is a white umbrella or a white sheet kept below the branch. Then we shake the branch vigorously to collect the spiders. Along with the spiders, some other insects also fall on the white sheet. Because the sheet is white in color, we can easily see the spiders on the sheet. If we use a black sheet, we can't see spiders easily on the sheet. The method is called inverted umbrella method. There is no necessity that we have to use an umbrella itself. A white plastic sheet or a white cloth can be used to collect spiders. This method is mainly used to collect spiders living in the branches and leaves. Next, what you are seeing on the screen is a method used to collect spiders living in the litter and dried leaves. For this, we mainly use an apparatus called burlesque funnel. You can see the features of burlesque funnel on the screen. We collect the leaves from the bottom of the trees in large sack and bring it to the lab. Then we put the litter into the funnel at the bottom of the apparatus. There is a lamp, usually 90 watts lamp, at the top of the funnel. The light and the heat from the lamp makes the spiders and insects to slowly move to the lower part of the funnel and finally fall into the preservatives like alcohol kept inside the beaker. The preservative will kill the spider or other insects and also preserve the spiders and insects from decaying. By this method, we can easily collect smaller spiders living among dried leaves. This is a difficult method because only if we can collect more litter from the field, we can get more spiders. Hence, these methods are not widely used unless we look for spiders living in the litter. They are more useful for collecting spiders living in the litter. Now I will introduce you to how to collect spiders living in the leaves. And this method is called sweeping method. In the sweeping method, we use insect net, which we are usually using for collecting butterflies. We use this net to collect insects from the leaves, from trees or grass meadows or paddy fields. Mainly we collect jumping spiders, crab spiders or other spiders which mainly live in the leaves and flowers by this method. Now I will explain about the methods used for collecting tarantula spiders. Tarantula spiders live in the burrows made in the soil. Finding these spiders is a time-consuming and a laborious process. Once we found the burrows, spiders will be living inside the burrows. Sometimes they will be 1 foot deeper inside the soil. In such a situation, usually we have to dig out the burrow and catch the spider. By using some tools, we carefully dig around the burrow. We have to carefully remove the soil around the burrow and make a wider opening. Only by digging deeper we can collect the spider. Collection of the spiders is more difficult than other spiders. They are comparatively more poisonous, and the bite can cause intense pain and swelling at the site of the bite. So we have to take more precautions while handling these spiders. The only way we can collect these spiders is to dig out them from the burrow. But once we find the spider inside the burrow, spider usually moves very fast to escape. So 2 or 3 people are usually needed to collect them. While one digs, others can watch to collect the escaping spider. We can collect them by a bigger forceps or using some net or cloth to prevent them from escaping. We have to keep these items with us ready before we dig out the spider. Otherwise, once we dig out the burrow, spider may escape fast without being caught. These spiders are usually bigger and they are up to the size of our palm. So to collect these spiders, we have to carefully plan and work. Otherwise, we won't be able to collect these bigger tarantula spiders. There are also spiders which are living in the trees. They live in the gaps and the burrows of the barks of the trees. Poecilotheria species is a good example in our state. To collect them, we need to use different techniques. Sometimes we can collect them with a sweep net, but sometimes we need to drop them down using a long stick. So based on the habitat of each spider, we have to use different methods. Some spiders are found inside the bark. We have to remove the flakes of bark from the wood. Some may be present below the fallen trees. So we have to rip off the bark to find them. For collecting smaller spiders, we usually use a paintbrush dipped in the alcohol. The bigger spiders can be directly collected by keeping an opened bottle over them. Now some spiders are found under the stones, especially tarantula spiders. They are primitive spiders. We have to turn up each stone to find them. The habitat under a stone is a microhabitat with much difference in temperature and humidity. So spiders living there can't survive in other habitats. This is also a hard process. Only when we look under some hundreds of stones, we may be able to get 1 or 2 spiders. This is a different ecological niche, and spiders adapted to live here won't survive in other niches. Some spiders are found in large trees having buttress roots. Here you can see one species common in Western Ghats called Seacrest torvus. To catch these spiders is very tricky because they are very agile and escape at the slightest disturbance. We have to be very careful while catching them. We need a large plastic bottle to collect them. Since they are fast moving, collecting them is also very difficult. But if we are patient, we usually can collect them. They are usually found under the large open spaces of these buttress roots. So I was discussing with you the different methods of spider collection in this video. In my next video, I will come before you with another topic related to the spiders. Thank you for watching.